Hello, and congratulations on. Wait a minute, just camera. Yeah, okay, right. Okay, so hello, congratulations, and I am so happy to have you be a stage master. Yes, you are officially a stage master. Reason why is because Stage Kitten, that does work as a name, but that also refers to you kind of being new. We are going to get you trained by this video to understand what your role is as a stage master so that you can make our guests, yes, we do consider them to be guests, anybody that comes to perform on our stage feel welcome. So, yay! Welcome! Okay, so this description is going to go over 4 key points as well as tips on how to best do your job and to look amazing. You may already have professional skills already. That may be the case. This will be more to align your expectations and responsibilities so that everybody is more on the same page. Make sense? Yay? I can't hear you. Okay, good. All right. So, um, 4 key things to keep in mind while watching this video. As a stage master, your responsibility is to, one, take care of act info check to make sure that everything that's in an act or that's been requested of an act gets fulfilled as a request per the guest. Um, Act as an ambassador. So, two, act as an ambassador for not only the venue but for operations for a person to feel comfortable using our stage as well as the venue so that they feel welcome at home. 3, act setup and act teardown. So it will be your responsibility to take care of, making sure that a person's props and everything that they need are on stage and in the right spot before they go on stage. And then afterwards, clean up everything that was used or left on stage so that a performer doesn't have to go and get it themselves. And then 4, act as a source guide for guests. That would mean that the person at any time during the night can approach you and ask for information and have you let them know where to go or what's the usual procedure when it comes to handling things when it pertains to the venue or the stage. This is very, very important that you do so and that you be available at all times for them to be able to do so. I mean, you can still use the bathroom or have like a drink, non-alcoholic drink, please, because if you get toasted and then so that would be bad. But it is to be available at all times for a performer to be able to approach you. And I may use those interchangeably, performer or guest, because it won't always be performers that come to you for information or ask questions. It could be somebody else that is with the performer that is a guest that needs to know. So performer, guest, same thing, but just note that these are the key things that we will be going over. For this show in particular, Rhett is the one who has the most stage experience in being able to be your guide if you are unsure on anything or you have questions among the job. Please refer to him as he will definitely make sure that everything is taken care of when it comes to more specifics. And if you have any questions, come to him. So, when people arrive at our venue, you are going to be our ambassador. This means when I say venue, backstage area. All of our performers are going to come in through the back door. They're going to be excited. They're going to be eager and nervous and a little bit intimidated a bit if they've not been on their stage before. It is your job as a stage kitten to embrace them with warmth, hospitality, and be friendly. So basically, this is your house, and you are welcoming performers into the house, into your house, so that they feel like the only thing they have to worry about is their act and to perform. As a stage master, it is your responsibility to make sure that a person feels at home in your house and that they have their needs met as a performer to do their act so that they can get compensated later and such. But keep that in mind that when people arrive, you are to meet with each performer and give tours of the stage and backstage area. That way, the person who comes to perform, we are keeping track of when they arrive, as well as letting them know where the stage is, if there's a ramp on stage, what the stage feels like, where the bathroom is, where the bar is, and where guests are going to be entering from to see them. It is your responsibility to make sure that they know the key points or these elements of the stage and of the back venue so that they can basically do about their thing and take care of their business after you've already gathered your facts and made sure they're good to go. That is why there are 3 of you. I would strongly suggest that you have one person keeps tabs as people arrive so that they're marked off of a checklist. And another person can, for example, after one person has arrived, another person can, after they get settled, go over with them their acts. I would say go over with them if they've been to the venue before. If they have not, give them a quick tour of the venue, where to put their stuff down, and then give them a tour of the venue. And then verify what their acts is and what it calls for. This would mean that you take the time to go over. Well, if they've already been to the venue before, you don't have to give them a tour because they know where to go. If they have not been to the venue before, give them a tour and then go over their act descriptions and stuff. You're just basically verifying, which everybody will have sheets of, what their setup is, what their cleanup is, and if there's any small items to be on the lookout for. These 3 things are going to play key factors with everybody. Each performer that arrives, you must make sure that you have the accurate information for. If things change, then we will take care of it. Each stage master will also have a pin so that when changes are made, after you have made your changes on your sheet, let the other people know. That way the other people can have things accurate and everybody can have the same descriptions taken care of. So after you have all your information checked and prep and stuff is set, ask the person if any large items for their act. Ask them if they can have it pre-set up and then put in another area so that a stage master can easily grab it. Rhett will be able to coordinate with that more of where to store big props, but we want to make sure that with this show in particular, we are actually going to be having a pole that's going to be set up before the show starts, and then a pole is going to be tear down during intermission. So we are going to basically have to do a quick change on stage where we're going to need all hands on deck to get this done. But for other acts, not many people are bringing really big things, so we should be okay on that part. So yeah, information verification check to make sure that things are still accurate and that you know what to look out for when they take their clothes off and stuff on stage. Stage masters also, when a act is performing on stage, we have monitors and screens in the back, so you will actually be watching from the back, not out front, unless there is something that is going to fly off and land in the front area. I'll go into this in a minute, but basically you're going to, as a stage master, watch the screens and see where pieces fall to grab from left and right and leave nothing behind. So, in other words, 2 people for this instance, 2 people can watch the screen. As an act is going on, one person is going to keep track of items that are flying to the left or that are flying to the right. And then, if something flies off stage, another stage master can run and grab it real quick, because then if it's flown off to the left side of the stage, the right side of the stage has the ramp. The left side of the stage has the floor. If something flies off all the way off stage and lands on the floor, someone actually can come outside and grab it and then bring it in. If there are items that are kind of scattered everywhere, so like things that are to the left and to the right, 2 stage kittens can work, or 1 stage kitten can work to grab those items. If there's a lot of items there, 2 stage kittens can do it. If there's not really a lot there, 1 can do it. But work in pairs and switch off to grab items. That way you don't get tired, but you also will have a basket to be able to pick things up and bring them to the back. So if you have any questions, refer to Rhett, but it's basically using the method of you don't leave any item behind. A performer should never have to go get their own item or get their clothing. That is a stage master's job, and that means you should always pay attention as everything flies off. That way you can keep track of stuff. Some things, for example, if you do notice if there's like little glitter or messy things like that, then there will be a broom and dustpan available for you to at least sweep the stage so the other performer that comes after doesn't have to deal with it. This show doesn't have a lot of that, but If it ever happens, at least now you know that that's available. But yes, hurry as quickly as possible to get the items picked up after a performer comes back. So as soon as a performer comes back through the curtains, you should, the moment they're coming in, you should be going out. That should be one of those automatic responses that you get out there, you get the stuff picked up, and you come back right away. That way there's no delay in shows. The show can continue moving forward, and that person has their stuff back. Some people are more particular about their items than others. We are actually, we have a lot of people that are coming from out of state that have never been to the Crucible before. So they are relying on your professionalism at all times to be able to get the items to and from, as well as props set up where they need to be. So that's very key and important to your job. Um, I would also suggest that if, say, for example, set up and clean up after. Okay, so yes, if there is a question that you have about setup, make sure that you have addressed this already before the show starts. Believe me, when we do curtain call, that's a thing. But when we also do our meeting at 7, we want to have as much details already taken care of as possible. If there's anybody that walks in late during the meeting, or if there's anybody missing before the meeting starts, let me know. That way we can take care of addressing that person after the meeting. I will expect all of our performers know that they are to be there by 6:30. That is curtain call. And they will do their best to get there on time. If there are some people that are running late, make sure to mark it on your paper. But basically everyone should be verified that their information is correct before going about things. I would also say that on top of these responsibilities, being just a source guide or being somebody that a guest can talk to if they have concerns is very important. This doesn't mean that you have to deal with their personal issues. This does mean that you just have to be a sympathetic ear to if they have something that they need to express or share a concern. Just be non-judgmental, let them talk to you about it, and then assure them that they are in a safe environment, because this is the world that we're moving on past after COVID happened. So be kind, be loving, and be caring in that way. You don't have to be too personal, but just care about what their concerns are, and then address them the best you can. If you can't, come find me. I will also share with you that stage masters actually will be some of the last to leave the venue. So even if the show is over, that doesn't mean your job is over, and that doesn't mean you go home. That means you stay until you are dismissed to leave. Unless you need to leave early, then discuss it with me in advance. The reason why is because as a stage master, you leave the stage last. You make sure that we have done our show, yes, but that things are in neat order for the next person that's going on, which is going to be a DJ. But you make sure that everything is good to go. We leave our home like we began at the start of the night. So basically, we respect the house that we are working for and working in. But you don't just up and leave. You stay. I'm having actually everybody stay because I make sure everybody also gets paid. So yes, this is a paying game. Congratulations. So yes, that means that you stay and help out with anything that needs to be torn down, anything that needs to be put away. That way, as a member of the house in particular, you make sure that the house is in neat order for the next thing going on. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments, please feel free to reach out to me. Basically, your job as a stage master, like I have mentioned, is to do act info check, act as an ambassador for people that are arriving backstage to do their thing, take care of act setup and act teardown, so you are familiar with their props, where they're supposed to go. Oh, and also, if you are not sure what stage right, stage left, stage up, stage down, please look up the definitions of those before coming to this show. That way it will make sense. If Rhett might be able to post an example of definitions for this so that people know. It is important for you to know those basic terms of where to actually place stuff, because if you don't know where those are, that will cause some confusion. So I would look up those terms, stage right, stage left, stage up and down. just make sure that you are familiar with those terms, and somebody else can also post what those mean. That way we have a accurate description too. But yeah, any other questions or concerns about the venue that come up, you are responsible to help answer them as well as make people feel comfortable, because as a stage master, this is your home. You're sharing it, you're allowing people to use the space, you give them what they need to get things done as they give you the information they need to do stuff, and we'll go from there. So thank you so much. This has been the job description for Stage Master, and congratulations! You are now certified. I print out things, but budget cuts. So thank you, and bye!